Hello everyone, it is Eunagina and welcome to this new LP series that I'm starting. So this is the Sims 4 Vampires Let's Play that I'm going to be starting on my channel, and it is based off the story that I told you guys in my Vampire Mega Mansion Speed Build series. So if you haven't watched that, you can go and watch part 3. Of course you can watch the whole thing, it's 6 parts, but if you just want the story, it is in part 3, where I tell a little bit about what's going on in this mansion and what went on pretty much prior to the story that I'm going to be telling in this LP. So there are going to be references to that story while I'm playing, so it might be nice for you to brush up on what happened. That's just a little tip for you guys who have not seen that. So basically this is our family that we are playing with, who live in the Fairblood Manor that I built, and this is Lilith. So as you probably remember, she is this very sort of light, or whatever you want to call it, with light clothes and all that, seductress kind of vampire. She will be drawing in her victims with her beautiful light looks, and then she will go for the kill pretty much. So this is her human form. This is the one where she draws in her victims. I can just take you through her outfits. I think that her outfits for her human form is are pretty much the same. You can see that's formal and then also athletic, because I really don't think she's going to use it, and if she does, I don't want her to change into something stupid. And then she has something slightly different for her sleepwear, and then the same for party wear, and the same for what's this called, swimwear. So that's pretty much it, and perhaps I should just go through her aspiration and stuff as well. Her aspiration is to have a vampire family. She wants to expand her coven. When I say vampire family, I don't mean particularly having children or anything. I just mean that she wants to have like a coven full of vampires that she sort of is in control of. She's also a romantic, and I thought, actually, I wanted it more to be like flirty or seductive than romantic, but romantic was the closest to that, so I went for that. And then she's also hot-headed. She can get really furious sometimes, and you do not want to get on her bad side. She is a very terrifying person when you get on her bad side. So that's that. She's also insane, which means that she's pretty much just unpredictable. That is what I wanted to go for. I wouldn't say she's insane, but she's just unpredictable, and that's what the trait sort of does. So she can change emotions very quickly. They are both master or grandmaster vampires, by the way, because they are supposed to be extremely old vampires. So these are grandmaster vampires. She does not have the dulled emotions or whatever power where she does not feel, because I did not think that fit her, because she is definitely a person who has a lot of emotions, and she can just change emotions very quickly. He also does not have it, her husband, but never mind that for now. Let's go and look at her dark form. So her dark form is quite different from her light form, isn't it? It is basically, well, she changes to dark hair color. She's pretty scary, I think. She's very beautiful, but she's also quite creepy, in my opinion. You do not want to get attacked by this one. And with her piercing blue eyes. I did not want to use the actual blue eyes from the vampire pack, because they were a little too sort of shiny thingy. So I've used some CC eyes, and I actually have used CC, as you can probably see, for my vampires. And generally I just like to use CC for my Sims, so I'm sorry if you guys really wanted to download them. Of course you can probably just find the CC somewhere, I don't know, but I really like to have CC for my Sims. I just never use it in my builds, so those ones you can always download. I just didn't think it was as important for you guys to be able to download these people to your game, because, well, this is like an LP series, and it's the story that you're here for, not so much for the download like with houses. So anyways, that is Lilith. Let's just have a little bit of a look at her other outfits. This is one of her outfits. This is another one of her outfits. She does like to wear white, so she still has that look even though she has her dark hair and dark makeup in her dark form. And she has another white dress here that came with the vampire pack. So she is really beautiful in my opinion. I really love her long lush hair in her dark form. So her formal clothing is this, and I gave her this very sort of big dress because I thought she would have like a ball dress for her formal wear, because they have a ballroom in their mansion, so that is the kind of stuff that they would be doing. I gave her this hair that's sort of put up because I wanted to have something more elegant for her formal wear, but I don't know if, you know, she has very long hair, so I don't know if it could actually fit in there, but I'm just hoping that it could. Maybe she really tightened it up a lot. I don't know, whatever. So this is her athletics. I really don't want anything athletic on her, so I just put something on her. This is what she sleeps in when she retreats into her coffin. And for party wear, she has a very nice dark red dress. I love it. And this is her swimwear. I never can remember that. This is her swimwear. I don't think she's going to use it, so I don't really care much about it, so I just put something on her. So that is Lilith. Let's go back to her normal form. Let's look at her husband, Audi. So Audi is a nobleman, or he was at least back in 200 and something. That is when he was born, and she became his wife back then, and they both turned into vampires. This is his human form, and as you can see here, he actually wants to find a soulmate. I know that he has Lilith, but I think she has grown very cold with the years, and he sort of wants something warmer. He's hoping that she'll change to the warm, lovely woman that she used to be, but there isn't much hope, I think, really, with Lilith. But he really wants to find love. He really wants to be loved. He's also a genius. He's a very clever guy. He loves art, and he's a very creative person. If you remember, I have an arts room in my mansion, and that is his study because he likes that place. I gave him nice lush black hair. I think he's a very gorgeous man. So that is what he is, a nobleman. So let's just look at his outfits real quick. He doesn't have as many, but I didn't want him to change out of the clothes that I gave him too much because I actually liked them. This is his formal wear. He likes his top hats a lot, and I just gave him normal wear for athletics again. This is what he sleeps in. He takes his hat off when he sleeps, so that's good. And changes into another suit for whatever reason. And this is his party wear. And this is whatever, his swimwear again. So let's go to his dark form. For his dark form, he's got some scarring and some creepy eyes going on. He's still pretty handsome in my opinion, but he has a little extra vampire details, and they both have these what are those? These teeth here, just a sort of normal regular vampire teeth. Let's look at his vampire clothes. I think they are actually the same as they are in his normal form. He's not really one to change up how he looks much, so that is how he looks. So the deal with these two is that if you remember about the mother fairy, she and her fairy followers actually killed off quite a lot of vampires in the world before they managed to trap her and petrify her. So Lilith and Audi have basically lost their entire coven. They're alone now, and that's why they want to expand as well, because they actually have some rivals who live in this forgotten hollow as well. We'll have a little look at map view a little later. I'll show you who their neighbors are. But anyways, that is what they're up to now, because they suffered a major setback with the Mother Fairy. So Lilith is also obsessed with getting a child. Basically, there is a prophecy that says that the strongest and most powerful vampire in the world will be born from the womb of a vampire. Now, the thing is, my take on a vampire is that they are not fertile, they cannot have children. So I've also made sure that that is not a thing that they can do, even if they do try for baby and all that. They cannot have children. So there's that. But she's obsessed with this prophecy, and she wants to have a child. She wants to be the one who gives birth to this really, really powerful child, and it'll also give her powers, and it'll sort of bring her and her common control over other vampires. So she's really going to try that. She's going to do everything she can. She's going to find a way for a vampire to give birth to a child. That is her mission. Well, that's one of her missions. The other is getting a coven, or growing a coven. So let's go back into their house. As you can see, we're just loading a little bit. So basically, we just have to go out and try and find a way for her to get pregnant, even though she can't. So that's going to be fun. You can see her a little bit in her natural surroundings. So she's downstairs in the basement lounge right now. He's feeling a little bit sad about eternal life right now, because it can wear him down a little bit, I think. But yeah. He's there. So let's go into map view real quick. Let's just do that, because I want to just show you who else lives in the Forgotten Hollow. I have placed a ton of other people. I don't want to go into their households, but let's just look at them here. Here we've got Count Vladislaus and his family. So I've actually placed the other pre-made vampires that the Sims have made together with Vlad. He's the leader of this coven, and I have set family relations to the two ladies being his two daughters, and by daughters I mean two vampires that he turned into vampires, and the other man is the wife of the lady in the yellow dress, whose name I don't remember. But they are basically the rivals of Lilith and Audie, and they both sort of want to take power over this little neighborhood, and probably also the rest of the world. They would love that. They're very power-hungry people, or vampires, or whatever. So that's them. Next to them are actually a couple of witches, or a witch and her daughter, who's also a witch. And if you remember the story about the Mother Fairy, it was a witch who went and helped out Lilith and Audie with trapping the Mother Fairy on their balcony, which means that she's a very powerful witch. She's one of the witches that helped out. So, and then she also has a daughter. So she lives here in this neighborhood, and next to that we have Carmen Vervain is her name. She's a vampire hunter, plain and simple. She moved here to this neighborhood with her husband and child in the hopes that they would have a really happy new beginning together, because they were having a bit of a tough life before that. And the house that they bought was a pretty sizable house, and it was surprisingly cheap, so they just went for it. And after having lived there for a few months, well, a few weird incidents started to happen, and strange things were going on, and eventually what happened was that Carmen's son and husband were killed by vampires, and she has now sworn to kill any vampire she can get her hands on, and also to find out who was responsible for her son and husband's death. So she is a pretty bad-ass person. She's got a ton of research, and the vampires better watch out for her, basically. So here we have a new human couple who have moved in. Oh, she's also human, by the way, Vervain. We have a couple of humans here who've moved in to Forgotten Hollow just a few days ago, or just now, or whatever. They're very new to the neighborhood. They came here, and they've been together for a few years, and they're now planning on expanding their family. They actually want to get pregnant and have some children, and for that reason they needed to buy a larger house with room for some children in that. So they found this beautiful Victorian home, which was quite big and was also quite cheap for whatever reason. I wonder why. So they decided to buy it. Now, the man is actually a little bit interested in vampire research, and he does that online once in a while, and he's not very critical when it comes to vampire research. He just sort of sort of reads whatever he can find, and he might have some different notions about what vampires are and what they do, but he does like vampires for whatever reason. He thinks they're fun or interesting, while his girlfriend Skylar thinks that that's pretty stupid. She thinks it's pretty stupid, and she thinks that he's wasting his time with that. She's a very sweet person, and he wants her to have the best thing in the world. He wants her to have the best life that he can possibly manage for her, and she's just a really nice person, but she thinks his vampire research is kind of ridiculous. But yeah, that's what they're all about. So anyways, now you have a little bit of a story about who else is living in this neighborhood, and then you have probably also watched the story about what happened in this manor. So without further ado, I think we should get started on something. Let's do something. So what do we want to do first? They need to expand their coven, right? So I guess that's the first thing they want to do. I'm thinking that perhaps is the sun down yet? Let's see if the sun is down, because I think they would like to maybe go out and look a little bit at what's going on. They do have some sun resistance, but they are not entirely immune. I didn't want them to be entirely immune because I didn't feel like they probably would be. Why don't we just sort of empirically run here, and you do that too. You can all go together. I think that's a good idea. Let's see how that looks. I haven't seen much actually, which is funny. I haven't actually played vampires before. Oh my god, that's so fast. Whee! Wow, he can run fast. I love it. I haven't actually played with vampires before. I've just been building. Okay, she is not liking she's not liking the sun all that much. Why don't you ask her for some advice as to how to get over yourself a little bit? Is that one of those traps? Oh yeah, it is. That's nice. I think the sun will go down like in 10 minutes, so I think they should be okay being outside. I was wondering if they should greet their new neighbors here, the two humans who moved in. They might find that very interesting. They do not go near this house because she's pretty badass, and they have tried to kill her but not successfully. So this is actually the house that was already lying there. So there isn't much going on. I changed some of the inside to have a little bit of research going on. Who are you? Clara Bielsen. Okay. Let's look at your new... Okay, I think you could... wait, hold on. I think you could use a little drink, to be honest. You look like you are a little bit hungry. Why don't you go for that? And can you not, like, do something so that she will not, cause some hallucination or something? I don't know, I'm not sure, but I feel like that is probably, to distract other Sims from the bad things I'm doing. Oh, there's our witch. There she is. That's Madeline the witch. She helped us out nicely with that mother fairy. Yeah, hi. And we're not exactly friends. At least I wouldn't say so, because she's not happy with having to had helped out a little bit. Did he drink? I don't think he did. Can you please drink him from her? Can you drink? Please. Go for it. There's so many Sims here. And Cassandra is just having a little chat to herself. Why don't you drink from this guy? You're not very hungry, but you know, I think I would like you to just have a drink because you guys like that. Oops, someone saw him. Who's this? Oh, and that's that must be her husband actually. He's also called Björsen. That's awkward. Why don't we I don't know, do something with you? Mesmerize, what does that do? See, they have all of these powers because they are grandmasters, and I haven't done anything yet, so I don't know what all of the powers do, so let's try to mesmerize him. Let's see what's going on. Hey dude. Okay. So now he's just sort of in his own little world, I guess. So that's good. Now, have you forgotten about Clara? I hope so, because yeah. I just ate her, so I'm sorry about that. What's this over here? Is that a plant? I haven't explored this neighborhood at all. Ooh, that's a wolfsbane flower. Interesting. That might be useful. So why don't we greet these people welcome to the neighborhood? Move in household. No. Just visit. Go visit with Lilith. What's going on? Was he feeling sick or something? I don't know. He was holding his mouth or something, covering his mouth as if he was about to puke. I don't know what happened. So yeah, I don't know if he wasn't feeling that blood he just drank. Maybe it was very sour blood. Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. That's horrible. Okay, we have traveled. Now, can we knock on the door? I don't want to do a vampiric entrance because I do not want to make them aware of our little vampiric secret just yet. So yeah, are they home? Hey! So if you look upstairs, I have they have an empty room, and then they have a room just ready for a kid to arrive, so that's what they're all about. Well, hey everyone, are you going to come and say hello, or are you just sort of, I don't know, just sitting in there and not caring? Enchanting introduction, oh that's interesting. I don't think his girlfriend is going to like that very much. Yeah, Floopy. Absolutely, Skylar. I think so too. So, she's a very cute woman. I like her. So, anyways, what are they up to? Oh, she already learned his personality. So, this is Aiden. Oops, I'm sorry. This is Aiden. He likes vampires, so he does his little research once in a while. So that's cool. So I don't really think we're going to be doing all that much playing today because we spent a lot of time just introducing whoever is here, so I just wanted everyone to know the background for what's going on. And are they flirting? Don't flirt. Don't flirt. That's not yet, at least. I don't think that's a good idea. Anyways, I just I wanted to introduce you guys to all the characters who are living in Forgotten Hollow because, you know, it's a close little neighborhood, so probably their little timelines are going to cross, or their little stories are going to cross over here and there, I am sure. Oh, he was just giving her a little kiss. So I want everyone to know who's who, and who lives where, and all of that. So I think we're just going to end it with this for now. And then next episode we are going to really get into the playing part, and we're going to probably talk a little more to these two, and you know, smooth them a little bit. Maybe they'll feel more comfortable with us. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first episode and that you are interested in this story that I am going for here and that you would like to see more. Let me know what you think so far. Does it sound interesting? Is it something that you're excited to watch? So let me know in the comments down below. And please, if you like my content, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps me out a lot. I'm a small channel, so I need all the support I can get to keep growing and so that I can continue doing this YouTube thing that I really love. So I hope you will consider supporting my channel if you're not already subscribed. But anyways, guys, have a really great day and see you soon.